Izzy, FigLeaf Yoga and Fitness, FigLeaf.Fit. Today we're going to talk about how can you use yoga and meditation to help with cravings. And those cravings can be things like a shopping craving just as much as a chocolate craving, or maybe you have an addiction to books, or an addiction to certifications, or it can be anything that you feel like you're constantly buying and you go in spurts of buying or eating or anything of that sort. Those are often what we choose as an external filler. We are feeling a lack of something in our life, or maybe we are feeling an emotion that we are trying to avoid. And this also comes into the form and the habit of checking social media a whole lot, or watching a ton of TV or episodes, or binging on anything. It's often something that we're trying to distract ourselves from. And this is where yoga and meditation comes into play. We use sitting with discomfort in a way to our advantage. So meditation or contemplation, which can be a fine line between those. So you could just come to meditation, which is where you just notice your breath over and over. So mindfulness meditation is just, oh, my brain's wandering. I notice my brain's wandering. Oh, I forgot I was paying attention to my breath. And then suddenly, again, something else pops into your brain. And you're not going to stop your brain. It's not going to happen. But it's the practice of noticing when your mind wandered. And then eventually that builds into noticing what your mind wandered to. So maybe it's planning, or maybe it's worry, or maybe it's thinking about the past or thinking about the future. And as you build that relationship with yourself and realizing like that's what is happening, or noticing how much your mind wanders, that practice, you will calm down. And all I say is practice 5 minutes a day. That's all you really need, is 5 minutes a day. And then that can start to carry over into the rest of your life. So noticing when you're getting distracted. So that would be the practice of meditation. But then that meditation, maybe you need a few minutes of that. And then you can come into contemplation, which might be saying, oh, like this feeling, what is this feeling? Is this fear? Is this scared? Is this wanting a sense of control? Is this a sense of rebelling? Like, what is the ultimate underlying feeling that is guiding the choice of giving into a craving? Because you can just sit with the craving and say, what's going to happen? What's the worst thing that's going to happen if I don't give into this craving? Or saying, wow, this craving really has a hold on me. You can come into just observation and contemplating that feeling and how it's registering in your body, and come into like this mindfulness of observation. Now, what I would recommend is journal, write this down. Say, this day at this time, I'm having this craving. I sat and I meditated for 5 minutes and it lessened, or I still have the craving. I went and ate it anyways. Write that stuff down. Have a log. You might notice all of a sudden like, oh wow, I'm having that craving every day at the same time. Okay, then we can start to look at things like, what is triggering that? Maybe it's you went a long period without eating, and that one's kind of easy. Or maybe it's that you have to deal with a particular person every day at that time. Or maybe it's you're anxious about something that's getting ready to happen every day at that time. So we can start to notice that correlation, but everything begins with observation. And that's where we can really create a food log or a craving log to really look at your relationship with food so that we can be better prepared and get to know ourselves better. Okay, so that is using meditation and yoga in a way to help with cravings. This is Izzy with Fig Leaf Yoga and Fitness, FigLeaf.Fit.